This book haul is literally going to be so big, I had to bring snacks down. There's 47 books that I have to haul today. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, as I'm sure you can see from the title, I have an insanely huge book haul to do for you guys today. I have, I think, 47 books to haul today, and I'm a little bit like, my brain is like kind of twitching because I was like 3 books away from 50, but then I realized that like, I don't really need to be hauling 50 books, like that's insane. But as if 47 was so much better. Anyways, I'm so excited for a lot of these books here. So I'm not gonna make this intro super long. We're just gonna jump right into it because this is probably gonna take a minute. So grab a snack and let's haul these books. Okay, so before we get started, I'm gonna do the same disclaimer that I do in every single one of my videos, and that is, if you hear my Great Dane whining or crying upstairs, she's not hurt, dying, or anything above, she's absolutely fine. She's just dramatic, but here on this channel, we deal with it. You might also hear Arizona because she's currently standing right in front of me. I don't think you can see her, but you'll probably hear her playing around at some point. So I mean, it is what it is. You guys know the drill on this channel anyways. The second thing that I wanted to clear up is I'm well aware that I buy books quite often. It's something that I like to do. I enjoy doing it, and I know that I buy books faster than I can read them, but I honestly don't care because that's just what I like to do and what I choose to do with my money. So if that bothers you, I want to say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Like, I don't know. So anyways, let's get started. So there's gonna be timestamps in the description box down below. I have split this book haul up into sections for you guys, going kind of by genre, I guess. The first half, or not half, the first few books, I guess, are going to be ones that were given to me by my grandma. She is moving and she decided to downsize her book collection, which means I got to go and kind of pick and choose what I wanted, which is great. So the first couple of books that I have here are from my grandma. I don't actually know what a good portion of them are about, so I'm probably just gonna say the author and title, and if you guys know what they're about, that's great. You can let me know down below what you think of them. So okay, so the first book is actually probably the one that I'm most excited for in this entire book haul, and that is my grandma's copy of Romeo and Juliet. If you know me at all, or if you've been on this channel for a little while, you know that I'm a huge Shakespeare fan, so to have a older copy of Romeo and Juliet is just so cool. I love it. It has like, okay, you're gonna think I'm weird, but all of my grandma's books have like an old book smell, and I absolutely love that. So I don't know, is that weird? Do you guys like the old book smell? Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But anyways, for once that's not Sarabi, it's Taz. How funny is that? This one has like little illustrations in it, and it's just so cool, and like it's been well loved, and I'm really happy to have this copy of Romeo and Juliet. I think it's gorgeous, and yeah, I'm very happy to be able to add it to my collection. Oh, this is another really nice one too. So I'm very excited for this one. The next book that I have, okay, fun part, where am I gonna put all these books? I'm just going to, I have my snacks on a little table beside me. So the book that I have is Catherine Cookson. Why can't I speak? Catherine Cookson, The Maltese Angel. I don't know if you've ever heard of Catherine Cookson. She has like these, okay, so there's like, how do I explain it? There's like these little, they're not movies, but like, I want to say episodes based off of like her short stories, and I think this is a collection of the short stories, and there's one in particular that I was watching with my mom, and it was so good. I have to, oh, Hannah Massey. Okay, if you're ever gonna watch a Catherine Cookson show slash film movie thing, some of them are on YouTube. Watch Hannah Massey. That one is really good. So I'm so excited to be able to have a copy of this. I would love to be able to read her full works, so this is awesome. And I think there's quite a few short stories in here. Yeah, there's like well over 15 in here, which is awesome. So I'm very excited to have this. The next one that I have is Corrupted Ambition by Obi Orkwe. Not sure what this one is, but judging from the cover, it looks like it's blood on this. So I'm gonna assume that it's some sort of a thriller, and the top of it says a novel of ambition, despair, betrayal, corporate greed, and suspense. So I'm assuming it's some sort of thriller suspense novel, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm excited to have this one as well. The next one that I have is super little and really cute. It's called The Secret of Family Happiness. I don't know if it's like a literal guide to like familial happiness, but I don't know. I just loved how like tiny this is. It's really cute. So I figured I'd snatch this for my grandma as well. The next book that I have is Minette Walters' The Ice House. No idea what this is. Again, I'm pretty sure it says what? Startlingly compulsive, reliable, and that was, or sorry, readable. I swear I can read. I swear. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it's another suspense thriller. My grandma really likes thrillers, so yeah, I'm assuming it's probably gonna fall into that genre as well. My lap is getting full, so we're gonna put some here. The next one that I have is Lord of the Earth, and this one is written by Dawn Richardson, and I believe it has something to do with like African heritage or African culture. So this one is really, really cool. And I thought that there was illustrations in this one. Maybe it's another one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's another one that I'm thinking of. But the cover of this is actually so beautiful. I love the colors and I love the illustration on it. I think it's gorgeous. So this is really cool as well. The next one that I have is Original Sin by P.D. James. I feel like this one was probably my grandpa's. This sounds like something my grandpa would read. So yeah, brilliant, stellar, elegant, proves that James has lost none of her power to draw the reader into the particular place in the world. Cool. I don't know where it takes place. I have no idea what it's about. This, like, I feel like a lot of people don't like going into books not knowing what they're about, but honestly, it's something that I've grown like more accustomed to doing, so this does not bother me in the slightest. The next one that I have is actually so beautiful, and it's A Crown for Elizabeth by Mary M. Luke. So this, my grandma's obviously had this for quite some time, and is this the one? This is the one with like absolutely stunning illustrations. Look at how beautiful that is as I get my hair tangled in the book. So yeah, this one is really, really pretty, and I think the under cover of it is just like a red book. Like that's really pretty as well as I eat the dust jacket. So yeah, these are all gonna look so nice on my new bookshelf when I figure out which one I want to order and where I want to put it. So yeah, because the one behind me is pretty much full now. The next one that I have, I know is a thriller. It's Gray, oh my gosh, how do I say this? Gray Gill by Anne Rundle. So what is this one about? I'll read the synopsis for this one. When Kit Talbot's mother leaves him the money she earned by running a high-class brothel in London, Kit buys a farm in the Lake District. At first, Judith, his wife, loves the place and does all she can to transform it into a home, but aware of Kit's penchant for women, she becomes unsure of his love and blames him when the attractive diary maid becomes pregnant. Scandal. Gypsies camp on Kit's land, and he resents their refusal to leave until they are ready. He makes a condition that Ben Boswell provides 2 of his grandsons to help on the farm and a girl to work in the dairy who brings in more than her fair share of trouble. The births of vastly different children to Kit and the oh my goodness, and the fondly left on the doorstep to be discovered by Judith triggers off a suspense of despair and horror. This just sounds like an absolute mess, and I'm very excited for it. Like, there's gypsies in it. That's so cool. So I'm very excited for this one. And that poor wife is just, she's going through it with Kit. So we'll see how that goes. The next one that I have is Hold the Dream by Barbara Taylor Bradford. This one is just, again, really, really pretty. Like the cover of this, I don't have that many purple books, so, and I know that's like so pedantic and just ridiculous, but I like purple books. I think they're cute, so this is nice. The next one that I have is another Catherine Cookson, and this one is My Beloved Son. So it's another collection of her. Is it a collection or just this one? I think it's just this one. Oh, this is a long one. Oh my goodness, yeah. So My Beloved Son, I'm gonna try and find the YouTube video. Don't go in the bathroom, get out. I'm gonna try and find the YouTube video film movie episode thing for this one, and see. I kind of like to watch them first and then read them, so yeah, I'm gonna try that out and see how that's gonna go. The next one that I have is another collection of works. It's a Reader's Digest, so the books that are in this one are The Final Judgment by Richard North Patterson, Nathan's Run by John Gilstrap, Dance of the Scarecrows by Ray Shippard, and Implant by F. Paul Wilson. So I don't really like the cover of the Reader Digest ones, so I'm probably actually gonna take the dust jacket off of it and just have it look like this, because I think that's so much prettier. Like the spine of that is gorgeous, so I'm definitely gonna end up taking the dust jacket off, because that's like, this is not cute. Not cute at all. Okay. The next one that I have, I think, is another Reader's Digest. Yep, and the one that's in here are The Lady of the Labyrinth, The Himmler Equation, Flying Free, and A Time to Love. Super simple leather books, but like, and like the spine is also really, really simple, but I actually really like the simplicity of these books. So I'm very happy to have them in my collection. Even if I don't get to them as soon as I would like to, they're just nice to have on my shelf. They're gonna look really, really pretty. I am someone who likes aesthetically pleasing things. That may be very materialistic, but I mean, it is what it is. So yeah. The next one that I have is a collection of works of Max Haynes. This is volume 4 from 1993 to 1995. These are based on true crimes. I don't think my grandma has one that's based on true crimes in Canada. I don't think that this is the one, or is it? Is this the one? This is the one that's based on true crimes in Canada. So this is really cool. It's probably going to freak me out because I'm a huge chicken. So reading about murders and stuff that has actually happened will probably scare the life of me, even though I really do like reading about serial killers. Like, I'm just that odd person. I'm a mess. It's fine. The next one that I have is Spy Stories. Sorry, the Oxford Book of Spy Stories, and it's edited by Michael Cox. So the cover of this is actually super creepy, but this is probably, ooh, you know what? I'll probably do this one and the Max Haynes book around Halloween time, because that would be just nice for the creepy 24-hour readathon that I was planning. So look out for these books closer to Halloween. I think that's gonna be the plan for that. We are almost done this section, guys. Almost there. Okay. The next book that I have is Robertson Davis's Mother of Walking Spirits. I don't know, I don't remember if this one was about native Aboriginal people. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but we'll see. It's cute. We'll see. The next one that I have is The Innocents Abroad. The Indecent. Oh, this is a Mark Twain book, The Innocents Abroad. Has anybody heard of this one or read it? I've been collecting classics recently, so this is really cool to have. Let me know if you guys have read or heard of The Innocents Abroad by Mark Twain. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, and if it's one that I should read sooner rather than later, because I'm wanting to do like a month of just reading classics, so I might try and get to this one soon. The next one that I have is another Reader's Digest, and this one has the Shire Lee, The Silence of the North, Moon Anchor's Bride, Flight into Danger, and Sarah Whitman. Yeah, those are those ones in this one. The cover for this one is a little bit different. It's, I don't know what, like the soft, I guess it's soft leather. We could just call it soft leather. This is a soft leather book, soft leather bound book. Wow. So yeah, this one's cool. Oh, this one has illustrations and they're colored. How pretty. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Let's see if we can find another one. Oh, that's nice too. That's really pretty as well. These are awesome. I love these. The next one that I have, this is my last Reader's Digest book, and this one has The Seventh Secret, Arian and a House Full of Company, Carter Castile, and The Summer of Bashinskis. Sure, okay. This is a brown leather bound book that is so, so beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. Does this one have illustrations too? There's no illustrations in this one. Oh, I lied. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. I love books with illustrations, especially colorful illustrations. I don't know, I just think it adds such a nice touch, so that's really nice. The next one and the last one that I have for this section is The History of English-Speaking Peoples, and it is by Winston Churchill. So this is so dope. I'm really excited to have this one. What does the actual book look like? Ooh, just like this really vibrant red with the blue and red spine. That's really, really pretty. So very excited for this. This is so dope. I love it. Okay guys, that is it for section 1 of this book haul. We are making our way through very, very slowly. Okay guys, so the next few books that I'm going to do are all classics that I purchased myself, and I am incredibly excited. I have been building my classics collection for a little while now, so all of these books I am incredibly excited to be able to add to my collection. And yeah, so the first one that I have is The Great Gatsby. Ooh. Arizona, did you get hair on the book already? She's literally lying down by the pile of books. So yeah, she's got hair on them already. So yeah. Yeah, so the first one that I have is The Great Gatsby. I absolutely love this edition of The Great Gatsby. I think it's so beautiful, and it's on sale for $15, so like, why not? I'm gonna have to like really easily try and like pull that sticker off. A couple of these, there's a couple of these sale stickers on some of these books because there was a sale on classics at my local bookstore. So, I mean, it's fine. I'll figure out a way to get them off without hurting the book, hopefully. But yeah, so I have this edition of The Great Gatsby, and it's really, really pretty. The next one that I have is a book that I want on my bookshelf, but I don't actually know if I'm going to read, and it is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I have the YA retelling of it, which is Elle.K, somewhere up here that I'm gonna probably get to long before I get to this one. This is a mammoth of a book. There is, how many pages? There is 837 pages in this book. Like, I don't know. This is huge. This is so huge. But yeah, it's a beautiful book, and it's got my, oh my goodness, somebody told me in the comments down below in another video what the uneven pages were called, and now I can't remember. So please leave that comment again if you know what the uneven pages are called, because I love uneven pages. So yeah, there's that one. Probably the one that I'm most excited for in this pile is the Shakespeare tragedies. It's like a box set of his tragedies. It comes in this gorgeous book here, this gorgeously bound book, I should say. Even the spine is so pretty. Again, really simple, but I love the simplicity of how some books are made, especially when it comes to classics. I don't really like in-your-face classics, but this one is so pretty. And the tragedies that we have are both these ones illustrated as well. No, these weren't illustrated, but the way that it is written is actually like in play format. Sometimes you get Shakespeare and it's written like a book format. I prefer it in play, so this is really nice. And we have Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. Mind you, I don't really like Macbeth. That's probably like my least favorite Shakespeare works of all time would be Macbeth, but I mean, it's still really cool to have it, and I love this box set thing. Like, this is so beautiful. I'm definitely not going to be getting rid of the box. It's gorgeous. And the next one that I have is Charles Dickens, and in this collection we have The Adventures of Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol, Great Expectations, and A Tale of Two Cities. It's got the gold gilded pages, just like my complete works of Shakespeare. I adore this. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is going to be one that I'm probably going to read closer to Christmas time. Definitely at least A Christmas Carol I'll read closer to Christmas time, and I'm gonna have this gorgeous book to read it out of, so very excited for that. An edition of Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Wow, I can speak. So yeah, it's Moby Dick. I actually haven't read Moby Dick yet, and this one also has the gold gilded pages, so that's beautiful. And I thought okay, I swear one of these books has illustrations, and I will find it, but it's not this one. But anyways, the light blue cover of this is gorgeous. It's like, it's not felt, I don't know what the material is, but it's really pretty. And to match it, it has, again, this is just aesthetic stuff, so I'm sorry if you don't actually care, but it has a light blue like book marker as well, or page marker, which is so nice. I think that the fact that it matches is just like a nice touch. I don't know, I'm weird. The next one that I have is Dracula. This one I'm actually super excited for. I've been wanting an edition of Dracula for a while. I think I have an edition of Dracula, but it's not nearly as pretty as this. And again, gold gilded pages. I love that. Honestly, any book that I can get with gilded pages of any sort is so amazing. Yeah, this one is just really cute, so probably read this one closer to Halloween as well, along with my new edition of, nope, that's not it. Aha! This edition of Frankenstein. So, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is, what edition is this? This is, I don't know the name of the edition, but yeah, super cute. The next one that I have is Hard Times by Charles Dickens. I know I have the collection that I just held in my hand, but I also wanted to have the singles as well, because sometimes it's hard to hold an entire like collection book. They can be really, really heavy and just not really comfortable to read from. So that's more of one to just kind of have on my bookshelf. But I am also collecting the single edition so I can actually read and annotate them. So I have Hard Times by Charles Dickens as well. The single version of it. And then I also got The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo. I've been wanting to start reading Victor Hugo books, and I figured I would start with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, so I figured I would read the classic that goes along with it, or not that it goes along with it because this was out well before the Disney movie. I don't want to say well before, but I think a decent time before the Disney movie. So yeah, I definitely wanted to get to this one. And then the last three classics that I have are, so this is a children's classic, and it's The Underground to Canada, written by Barbara Schmucker. Ha! It's this one. Oh my gosh, like 10 books later, I finally find the one with the illustrations that I wanted to show you guys. Here we go. This one is so, so pretty. Has all these really, really nice pencil illustrations. I think that were then scanned into the book, which is so cool. The next one that I have is another children's classic, and that is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. I don't know if I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I love pirates and I love pirate aesthetics. Pirates of the Caribbean, again, one of my favorite series. So this cover is just so cool. And the last one that I have is the illustrated edition of Pinocchio. So, or sorry, it's The Adventures of Pinocchio. So we have, I thought that there was 2 books in here, but I could be wrong. It could just be Pinocchio itself. But I have I think the Alice in Wonderland edition of this, or the same edition of Alice in Wonderland and The Little Mermaid as well. So I'm slowly collecting these really, really beautiful pop-up illustrated editions of books. So yeah, there we go. That is it for the classics. So the next couple books I have for you guys are nonfiction, and I'm gonna read the back synopsis for one of them, and that is 12 Years a Slave, and it's by Solomon Northup. So the back of it says, so we passed handcuffed and in silence through the streets of Washington, through the capital of a nation whose theory of government, we were told, rests on the foundation of man's intelligible right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I know that's not actually a synopsis, but I think coming from a slave, that's a very, very powerful opening to this book, if you will. So I'm very excited to get to this book, definitely. I'm so sad that I wasn't able to read it during Black History Month, but it's fine because you can read books about Black history any time of the year. Let me say that again. You can read books about Black history anytime during the year. So I'm very excited for this one. The next one that I have is Underground Airlines. Now this one, I'm not 100% what it's about, but I believe it's about a Black man who got stopped in the airport and somehow ends up being a bounty hunter or is already a bounty hunter. So that's pretty much the gist that I have for this one. But, oh my gosh, why can't I remember? I don't know why I can't remember. That's weird. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. The next one that I have is Waking Lions by Elle.K. Goshan. And it begins with such velocity that you can't put it down. That was written by The Guardian. And then the last nonfiction that I have, is The Skin We're In by Desmond Cole, and it actually documents Black life and the Black experience in Canada. So that's really cool because you get a lot of US perspectives, but I am Canadian, so I'm really happy to have this book in my collection now. Okay, and the last set of books I have to haul for you guys today are just kind of like miscellaneous. Some are YA, some are adult. So yeah, we are almost there. Okay, so the first one from this section is Stampede, written by Jason Reynolds and Abram Kendi. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And this one pretty much documents how racism started in, I believe it's just in the US. In America, it's past, yeah. This one documents how racism started in the US and has progressed thereafter. So it's very, very short, but I absolutely adore Jason Reynolds. I read a book that he had written in verse. It was Long Way Down, and I absolutely adored that book. It was such a beautiful experience. So I'm very, very excited to have another book that is written by him. I have not read anything by Abram Kendi before, so I'm excited to see how the two of them work together and how they've been able to kind of discuss and kind of outline kind of a timeline of racism in America. So, and this was actually a YA novel. I believe there's an adult version of it as well. If there is, I'm gonna keep my eye out for it, but I picked up the YA version because that's one that I could find. So there's that one. So the next one that I have is one that's been pretty much on every booktuber's TBR, anticipated reads, everything, and that is Lovely War, written by Julie Berry. It's, I believe, one love story or two different love stories taking place in World War I and World War II, narrated by Aphrodite, which is so incredibly cool. So I'm very excited to have my hands on this one. It took me a while to find it. Every time I went to my local bookstore, it was always sold out, and I was finally able to get my hands on it, so I'm very, very excited for that. No, you can't have this. It's chocolate. No, goodbye. Go away. Go sit down. It's chocolate. You can't have it. The next book that I have is Color Me In by Natasha Diary, and it is about a girl who is from a mixed race family and doesn't really know where she fits in the world, because she doesn't feel like she fits in with the white crowd and she doesn't feel like she fits in with the black crowd. So yeah, it's more of a coming of age story. It's a contemporary. We all know that that's like my favorite thing to read on this channel, so I'm really excited for this. I think the cover for this was also very, very clever, and the title for this is very, very clever, so that's already gotten points for me with this book as is. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I think this one's going to be really, really nice. I have high hopes for it, so, which is awful because whenever I have high hopes for a book, it usually doesn't turn out well, but I'm staying optimistic. The next one that I have is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This one gave me what is that book? Oh, darkness. Oh my gosh, no, it's that book with, or the movie adaptation with Amandla. She plays like the main character. Why can't I wait? Anyways, it's about these kids who have these, what do they call them? I don't know. I guess they call them naturals, but they have some magical or scientific abilities that the police use to help them solve crime. So I believe like one kid has the ability to tell when you're lying. So yeah, the police collect all these children, put them into like some sort of an academy or camp or something, and they use their abilities to help them solve crimes. But I believe that the kids in the book have also committed a crime or something along of that nature. I don't know. It's really, really weird, and usually not a book that I would gravitate towards, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone with reading, so I figured I'd give this one a try. We'll see. Next book that I have is actually a middle grade book, and it is called Ghost Boys by Jewel Parker Rhodes. This one is about a black 12-year-old boy who was shot by a police officer because he mistook his toy gun as a real gun. And obviously the little boy dies, and he comes back as a ghost and gets to kind of watch the peril that his family is going through and the chaos that it causes after his death. So I like the spin on this one of the person who was shot actually getting to kind of see what takes place and what transpires after the event. I was shocked that this is a middle grade book, so I'm very excited to see how it's done and if it's actually as thought-provoking as it should be. The next one that I have is Tin Man, and it is written by Sarah Winman. This is actually an adult book, and it follows two best friends starting from when they're 12 years old, and then it time jumps to when they're adults and one of the best friends has gone missing. So then it time jumps back to kind of fill in the gaps as to what happened between when they were 12 to when they became adults, and to figure out how the friend went missing, I guess, and why the other friend didn't like reach out or something along those lines. So I don't know if it's like a mystery thriller or just kind of like a contemporary looking back type of thing, but either way, I'm excited to see how it goes. I think the cover of this is really, really pretty. Again, I'm just one of those people that if it's not a pretty cover, it's really hard for me to get into the book. This is gorgeous, so I'm really excited for this one. The next one is a book that I've been kind of meaning to get my hands on for a while, and that is A Picture of Dorian Gray, and it's by Oscar Wilde. I don't know how I haven't read this book yet because I've been wanting to get it for a while. So I'm actually very, very happy to have my hands on it. And I don't know how this ended up in this pile, but I have another rendition of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. That should have been in the classics pile. I don't know why it's here, but it was one of those editions where I just couldn't say no because it was really, really pretty. And I know it's gonna look great on my new bookshelf whenever I get my hands on it. So yeah. And then the last 3 books, guys, we are almost there. That is, I got my physical copy of Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. If you have seen my reading vlog where I did a review of this book, then you know that this is my favorite book of the year so far, and I listened to the audiobook for it, and I'm very, very happy to finally have my physical copy of it. I also went ahead and picked up the Poet X journal that Elizabeth Acevedo created. It's a guided journal. I'll show you some, like, the inside of it there. It's really, really pretty, super colorful and vibrant, and it screams Yomada on it, and I love it. So yeah, it's great. I'm really, really excited about this. And then the last book that I have to haul for you guys is A Face Like Glass, and it is written by Frances Hardinge. This one is a fantasy, and I'm not 100% what it's about, but I know it's about a girl whose face is evidently so ugly she has to wear a mask wherever she goes. Yeah, that's kind of morbid and very, very sad, but also very promising for a fantasy book. So we'll see how this goes. We all know I have a very strong love-hate, mostly hate relationship with fantasy, and I'm hoping that we can bring this to a mostly love relationship with this book. So we'll see. Okay guys, so that brings us to the end of this book haul. If you made it to the end of this book haul, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if there are any of the books that I've talked about that you find interesting, or that you have read before, or that you would like to see a reading vlog / book review for. Let's talk about it in the comments. And yeah, make sure if you haven't already to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.